Beta test, life, health, and prosperity. And what beta test? Oh, okay, gotcha. All sorts of real cool things are happening as I opened up this app, and obviously this is a beta test. Test being I'm testing everything out, trying to figure out how everything all works. And lo and behold, when I opened my screen, this stuff popped up. I don't know where it all came from, but I'm going to, as I speak to you, uh, I am going to see how I can eliminate this stuff that is popped. There we go. We're working. Good. There's that. Now, where is the mustache? So the whole idea, I just actually got this the other day, is doing an actual beta test. I've never done a Hangouts on air before, and I thought, okay, this can't be broken. The worst thing that can happen is I end up with a mustache and spectacle, and maybe a little comments down below. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I did throw this out on my profile just a few hours ago, and I may have a guest here in the next couple of minutes. Again, this is all brand new to me, and this was actually introduced to me by a good friend. His name is Andrew, and he is the CEO of the Ziggo, and who is a Google Apps provider globally, and also does a lot of intrinsic work with large corporations all around the world. So I'm grateful for that. He brought this to my attention back a couple of years ago, and you may have experienced the exact same thing. Is that when you first get on Google, at least especially a couple of years ago, whether it's in the last 6 months or what have you, is that it was just a different feeling compared to Facebook. And so I've had a Google email account, and I've always been told that get on a profile. I did originally start a profile originally, but it just felt different, and I couldn't. I guess I just didn't have the bandwidth for it at the time. So I was. Andrew and I got to talking again, and the first of the year I got back involved and started following along, building a profile, and really learning more about Google Plus. And I really believe that this has amazing capabilities. I believe this is the future that we're experiencing right now, and so hence I'm doing this Hangout. The whole purpose of this Hangout too is really to get input from others. Google Plus is as I'm moving forward in this is very how should I put it, open and experiencing new things. So who knows, over the next little while we may have some people jump in, or we may not, and that's fine. Obviously there's a learning curve to go and do a Hangouts on air, and so that's the whole purpose of the beta test. The whole idea about life, health, and prosperity really came to me from a standpoint of, those are three key areas of life, and when we are going through a very unique time, whether, especially with the economy, the way it is currently, as we've, especially over the last, especially since 2007, I'll say, because that's when it really personally hit me. And I realized that things were never going to be the same. Things didn't seem right. When I finally kind of woke up to, wait a second, this is totally out of whack. I don't understand why it's all out of whack. It doesn't make any sense to me. This world has never really truly made any sense to me, but I knew that there was something missing, and that it was a process of going to seek at whatever I could seek to find out why there was something missing, if that makes any sense. And especially from 2007 up until just recently, it just seemed like so many things were happening. There was things transitioning in my life, both financially, personally, relationships, emotional, a whole gamut. I mean, it was like somebody just come in and said, "Oh, you got a cutting board and there's a whole bunch of stuff on it. Well, we're just going to wipe the slate clean." And so it was, and that began my quest. And a number of things transpired, and it was a very cloudy time. There wasn't a lot of clarity through that period, and but lo and behold, I worked my way through it. I built a new relationship, and I'm happy in this relationship. I'm a happily married man, and now here you see me on this event. So learning new things. That's what brings me to the transition from traditional business, whether you have a corporate life or maybe you've owned your own brick and mortar business. I just felt that I'd gone through those aspects as well. From anywhere from I'd been an entrepreneur for a number of years, and as the entrepreneurship, I was involved in direct sales. I was involved with water treatment, did commercial industrial water treatment as well as residential water treatment. So I did everything from residential homes right straight through to hospital dialysis, water treatment for dialysis, and also pharmaceutical. So I had an opportunity to see a wide range of different things in the water treatment industry, and as well as both in the franchise and in corporate. From that moved me into being that I always like to investigate all different things. While I was doing the water treatment, I also thought it'd be kind of cool to be able to travel and do things overseas. And I also got into an overseas business where I started and marketed heavy equipment overseas, and I had an opportunity to travel and meet unique people and learn that wait a second, there's businesses operating differently in different parts of the world. And that was very fascinating to me, and I really enjoyed that process. And then eventually I came around to actually, looking into the transportation business, and because that was an interest of mine. I like being around equipment. I like being around people, and those two things seem to fit very well together. So I got into the transportation business, and hence 2007 hit. And in the transportation business, the economy is going for a dip or a drop because transportation, the flow of materials and products and services declines before the real economy knows what's going on. And I was certainly in that business, and that affected me at that time. Hence, I looked at other avenues of, okay, so what could we do next? And that's where I got into looking into home-based businesses. And I truly believe that home-based businesses are the avenue of really moving things forward. I think we all are entrepreneurs at heart, and that we are going through this process. And the environment has created the situations where we have to look outside if we want to make any sort of change in our living whatsoever. And improve our level of lifestyle, then it really requires being, stepping out into that entrepreneur lifestyle, entrepreneur presence, and home-based business can create that for you. It certainly create that for myself and my wife, and it's certainly a learning curve compared to the corporate world. But it also has huge, it has some downsides to it, but also has some huge upsides. And the upsides seem to, far surpass the downsides once you get through the initial learning curve. So, hence, with the home-based businesses that I've gotten involved with, this specific business, taught me different things, different aspects I never had really considered before, and hence. Now we're having this hangout at this time with life, health, and prosperity. So I just wanted to, really explore what this thing about Google Plus is all about. I have I've had a Facebook following that I've been involved with for, 5-6 years, whatever the length of time it has been. But it's not, it's great social, if you want to share things, but when you really want to look at, developing relationships where they're unique and that it's based around business. I mean, yes, this platform certainly opens it up to social media, but social media doesn't, at the end of the day, actually put, food on the plate, gas in the car, and trips around the world. Whereas a platform that ties social media in, but also has a business platform, as Google Plus does in this Hangouts, certainly has those abilities. So that now you're actually, in this case here, at some point, I anticipate, and I quote, I anticipate somebody will be watching this, that they will find interest in some of the things that I have to share, and they will want to connect with me. And hopefully through this median, they'll see some transparency. They'll get to see, who is David Gall, or is he a real guy, or is he an illusion? As far as I know right now, I feel like I'm here, and so I'm not an illusion. In the recording, yes, it'll be illusion because you'll be recording it seeing it after the date it was recorded. Anyways, so I I see this as a great tool moving forward, and especially for home-based businesses. This is a great opportunity, and it's something that is not to be feared, but to be actually embraced. The more I get a chance to experiment, test, one of the things is so far I haven't broke anything, so that's a good thing. But I mean, other than maybe somebody throwing a comment down below and saying you're an idiot, well, okay, I'm an idiot, but I'm still having fun and I'm doing it anyways. There's really nothing much more that can happen, at least as far as I can see so far. But it is a great opportunity to be able to share some of my thoughts, some of what my vision is, and what I'd like to be able to also do is be able to get feedback from others. So that was the other reason for this Google Hangout tonight, was to actually, possibly in the next little while get some feedback from others that are in the on this platform, and they may have questions like, for example, hey, I'm just getting started with this, and what do I do? And I may be able to fumble with you through that. We may have questions like life experience or health. So one of the things I am passionate about, I've mentioned to you a little bit before, is health. If you do not have your health, what do you have truly? So life, health, and then obviously the prosperity aspect, and this also can cover lead into the prosperity aspect in being a home-based business and being able to promote, share your product or your services in a unique platform, and have people that are really interested in what you have to say, or at least intrigued, be able to reach out to you. So you're not having to turn hundreds of thousands of stones. Basically, the stones come throwing at your window and saying, hey, I want to know what you have to say or what you have to offer, and I may be interested. So hence, I am kind of just playing around, and that's what I'm doing here. So some of the things that, as we're going forward here, I'm not really sure how long I'm going to continue with this initial on-air hangout. Ideally, it's nice to have actual people, being able to share and so on. But I'm just going through this, and there's just, you can't see this, but these are some of the things I get to play with. And if you decide to attempt to do an on-air hangout, there's all these sorts of cool features. So, for an example, if I had actually people that were out there, I get applause, and I got to remember to turn my volume down because I almost lost my hearing on that one. So obviously I've got an audience out there, and if somebody wants to really get going here, I can, this is the cool thing is I get to control this. I can actually, I can gong someone if I truly want to. So that's the advantage of being a host. The other thing is that if somebody's talking too long, like you may think I'm talking too long here on this thing, I can play the timer. Now, unfortunately, I don't see anything that shows an explosion, but I do have an eject button. So that's could be a cool advantage with this program here is that somebody could be talking on there, for an example, and I may decide as being the host to go, I'm going to give them a couple seconds, and if they don't stop talking, I'm going to eject them, and that's kind of their to let them know that I'm about to eject them. Anyways, that was just something that I learned. So that's just. I just love that. Okay, so those are just some of the sounds that I'm learning with this. Obviously, I can do all sorts of cool backgrounds. So for an example, and I want to be able to make sure I can take some of this stuff off. There, look at this. I'm at the beach. Isn't this so cool? I can be at the beach, or I can go to Italy. Not a bad place to go. Where else can I go? I can go see the ruins. Yeah, I can go see the ruins. Or you can think I'm at the ruins. Or I'm just going to go right back to where I am now. So that's pretty cool on the background effects of what this Hangouts has to offer. And let's just go a little bit further here. These are real cool things. Now, you've probably seen which I wasn't expecting. I don't know why those popped up, but you know, here I am as the Captain Hat, uh, and I can also do all sorts of cool things like that's just too much. We'll take that one off. We'll do that one. Let's maybe click on. Hey, yes, I'm representing Google at this moment. Let's click that one. Okay, we've just done headwear. Let's go to eyewear. Yes, this is what you originally see me with the spectacle. We can take that one off, or we can't. Put these on. Yes, I wear glasses. No, I don't wear glasses. I should be wearing glasses, but I don't wear them. But those can be my illusion glasses. What else have we got going here? Oh, this is cool. Yes, I've always wanted the goatee. Now this one may be even better. Let's take that one off. And hey, I look dignified. Let's try that one. I'm not sure. Okay, so enough of the facial hair. Let's remove the facial hair and let's see what else we've got to go here. Props. Now this is one thing that we want to hear once we get going with our business with Google Hangouts is creating a lot of these sounds. Okay, and my answer is okay. All right, I'm going to stop horsing around with the effects. So that's just some of the effects that's on this program here. And like tonight, I am not following a specific program. I'm literally just going with the flow. I've got 2 viewers. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I don't know if they're going to say anything to me or if they want to come on board. I have no clue as to exactly. There is supposed to be a question and an answer, so let's open that up. Okay, why is this, if this feature is disabled, you can only turn this feature on and off on the, okay, for the Hangout. Oh, well that sucks. Okay, very important. If you want to have question and answers, and somewhere I missed it, obviously, is that you have to make sure that you click on the disable feature or the enable feature to be able to answer questions and give answers. And I did not do that. So for the viewers that are out there right now, my apologies. But again, this is a beta test, so I can fall back on that one. Okay, so but hey, you guys are certainly welcome to come on. I'm not exactly sure how I can bring you on though. So, because if any of you viewers would like to, you know, jump into this, I have got no clue as to how I'm supposed to do that. Let's see if there's something else. Oh, let's do it. Let's open up the group chat though. There's what we can do. Group chat is open. So if anybody has anything that they want to share, if you have anything that you want to share, please jump in. So I posted that. Okay, there's the group chat. Hopefully we'll be able to communicate with the 2 viewers that are on, and I'll just keep on motoring along here. What else have we got here? And I just thought, you know, in this case here to start off with, probably, being this is the first time for me, that this is probably some good information for others to maybe, you know, feel comfortable with. Because it is something that you really have to just kind of play and experiment with. So on my left, on the left sidebar here, there's all sorts of different tools. So obviously there's a window for chat. I can actually share my screen. We talked about the question and answer, and obviously I didn't have that enabled before I started this Hangout, so my apologies for that. There's also a camera here so that I could actually take a picture of myself. What advantage that would be to everybody out there, I have no idea, but it's there anyways. Cameraman, what does cameraman do? Let's open up cameraman. Broadcast settings. Okay, broadcast settings, the large video. Okay, let's just check this out. Show or hide participants in your broadcast with this button. Okay, I've strictly just got 2 viewers, so I guess I can't do that one. As guests join, hide their audio and video from my broadcast. And I've got that. No, I'm not hiding it as currently. Next icon is broadcast the large video that I see to my audience and hide the other video feeds. Okay, no, I'm not doing that. New guests in my large 3+ broadcast are muted when they join. No, that's not either. Okay, what else do we have as cameraman? Is there anything else? There's got to be something here. Oh, I know what I want to do. I actually want, there is a way of actually putting my name down in front, which is actually a good thing for a host because then people know who I am. Because I don't even remember if I remember even saying who I am. But obviously, if you see this now, it's David Gall. Let's see. Let's close this and enhance. How do I enhance? Google Effects, Control Room. No, we've got that. Okay. Let me share this while I've still got I've got the 2 viewers here. So again, I apologize that I don't know how to truly interact with you at this moment other than blab right now. But I do want to share this that I will be doing these especially over the next couple of weeks as a test. Obviously my skills will improve so that we can interact, so then we can really truly get into the whole purpose of this beta test was to get into the specific areas of life, health, and prosperity, and for you to be able to bring whatever you would like to share on, as well as if you may have any questions. And we'll just get a dialogue going. That's the whole idea of this. I'm really just trying to find what the people that are currently viewing my profile and so on, what their interests are, and what value they get from my profile, if anything. Mind you, it grows each day. My views go up each day, so obviously somebody must be getting some value. There's something else. Add. Here's something else here too. I mean, along this side, there's just all sorts of different tools. One of the things that I will be able to do is also go to Uber Conference. Uber Conference is great because it's actually a telephone call in. So people, for an example, they may not be necessarily on the internet, but they want to call in by cell phone, which they certainly will be able to do. So I'll be able to post that in the future. Depending on where this goes. One of the key things is that I can also expand on this to have larger audiences, have more guests on as well, and that's through the app called Business Apps, which basically goes over top of the Hangouts app here with Google, and just expands. It gives you a little bit more versatility, and also being able to speak to a lot larger group of people, and to be able to allow for more people to actually be able to get a feel for be able to interact, but just to be able to have larger groups of people. I know from a Hangout standpoint, the maximum participants I can have on the videos is 10, whereas with the Business Hangouts, it can go up a lot higher. So other cool things too with these apps is, I'm looking at this, the toolbar on the side. Obviously you can't see this, but I've got YouTube where I can bring YouTube video into this. Remote desk. That's really cool. If I was doing, say I was helping somebody with a computer, now this may not necessarily be something I would do, but this may be of interest to whoever's watching out there, that you're able to remote desk to actually help somebody on their computer if they're having any difficulty with, for an example, a Hangout. So if I was able to communicate with somebody right now and I wanted to look for certain things, like to be able to put this little name tag down below where I'm still looking for, somebody could actually I could allow somebody to remotely come in and actually be able to help me find that. If there was somebody into IT that was really fluent with this, I could really use that. Here's Google Hangout Toolbox. Comment tracker, okay. let's see if that's doing anything for us. Let's see. And I'm going to also, I'm just going to reach out and see if I can, because I had someone that was going to be on the on this Hangout with me. Let me just see if I can add him here right now and see if he can come on. Maybe he can actually help me. And let's see if that works. I'm just going to send out the invite. Let's see. So that's kind of a cool thing. He might be my tech support. Who knows? So I've sent that invite out to him, and if he's available, then he'll come on. If not, then I guess I'm SOL. What else can we do here? I'm really enable auto load settings, mute notification setting, auto load. That's not what I want to do. We've got the comment tracker that I've got open. What else have we got here? Oh, here, I think I found it. David Gall, enter tagline. That's there. I've figured out how to do that. Simply by going into Hangout Toolbox, clicking on, actually was on the left-hand side here. I clicked on it and I went over to where it says, how did I get that anyways? Yes, where you see an icon with a circle and then the appearance of a head in it and the shoulders, whatever that means. And I just turned it on, so it actually came on. So I'm, learning as we go here. Hopefully this gives you enough confidence to say, hey, you know what, I want to try this out. Because I'm just totally winging it. And anyways, this has been a pretty good test so far. I'm going to probably noodle around this, and I know from a standpoint of somebody trying to watch this, if it's too long and there's not a lot of good content with it, obviously it gets boring very fast. So I want to be able to keep, in this case here, this video short. It's probably gone, well, it's already gone almost 30 minutes. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to sign off here. I appreciate for everyone that did decide to just view this, and I will throw it up to YouTube so anybody can watch it. And just keep it open. I will publicize the beta test for Life, Health, and Prosperity again within the next few days. And I'll attempt to do this probably once a week for the next couple of weeks anyways. So this will get better, and I look forward to having some guests on as well. So until then, cheers everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.